morning, you guys. So we're in Florence. We made it to the beautiful city last night, but we actually decided to come out to a hostel that is a little bit outside of the city. It's up in the hills. It's a little trek to get here. However, totally worth it. So we got here yesterday. We went from Rome to Florence, and honestly, it was a little bit of a hassle just because our train was canceled, but we kept our spirits high. And we made it here last night just in time for the pasta dinner, which was absolutely amazing. And then today we woke up and we decided we're gonna take a little bit of a walk. We're gonna do maybe a hike, and then later we're gonna do a wine tasting because we're in Tuscany. That's just what we're gonna do, and I'm so excited for it. And then another pasta dinner tonight. The hostel here is amazing. I can't recommend it enough. You just meet like such amazing people, and it's good food. The owner's awesome, and then we'll take you along for our day today and our time in Florence. Let's go. Okay guys, first take a look. We are heading to our wine tour. We're so excited. It's about an hour walk, so we have a little bit of a trek ahead of us, but it's gonna be worth it, and we're gonna get wasted. Shut up. Okay, you guys. We made it? We made it after an hour and a half of walking. On the highway. On the highway. Honestly, surprised we didn't die. We actually got great views of the countryside, so. And we made it. We're ready for the wine. We deserve it. We're ready for the wine. See you in there.
Another room where we have the stainless tanks dedicated for the fermentation. Fermentation lasts around months, with usually the first 1 or 2 weeks on the skin, because in the skin you have liters. Yeah, no. It's like 100 liters.
We're leaving the winery. It's been amazing. That's where it was. We got this. And we got this for the road because it's an hour walk back. Let's go.
We're just eating dinner. We had wine.
That's the time.
We had wine.
And it was good, and this dinner is amazing. Exactly what we needed.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
We're back at the hostel.
We've had wine, we've had pasta. We made our way back home. We had multiple bottles of wine. And now we're dancing. And we're the only ones dancing, and we don't give a single F about
everyone else just talk, and we're dancing. And well, this is our night, and we're moving hostels tomorrow, and we will.
But we love this hostel
so much.
We'll talk more about it tomorrow when we're better. Okay, so we just left our hostel. It was called Bigelow Hostels. It's a bit outside of like the city of Florence. It's a bit more on the countryside. We absolutely loved it. We 100% recommend, like, you honestly have to go. Like, there's no other option. It was a monastery that was converted into a hostel. And we booked like a dorm room, but we really basically had our own room. It was like our rooms, and then there was like 2 beds, and then like a sheet, and then like these walls. So like you were in a giant room with other people, but you had like your own space, like, and like it was like totally private. So that was really nice. Some of the other rooms are shared rooms, or you can book private rooms. Yeah, it was super awesome. You just walk there from the bus. It's about 20 minutes kind of uphill, so it's a little bit of a trek, but it's honestly worth it. There's a beautiful view like from up there, and you get pasta dinners that they make for you. It's €9 for the pasta dinner. You also get a glass of wine included with that. And if you want or two. And if you want a bit more food, they have another dinner that you can get. I think it's €20, so it's a bit more expensive, but you get a lot of food. So if you're someone that eats a lot, you could do that as well. So they have both the options. They also have wine that you can buy like by the liter or by the bottle for really cheap. It's like €10 for a liter of wine that you can do that. And they have breakfast included there as well. That's included in the price of the hostel. We honestly just had an amazing experience. We met the most amazing people, and we 100% like recommend you have to go. Like,
yeah, we'll put all the info in the description below.
Yeah,
because you literally just have to go. If you're in Florence, there's no other option but to stay at this hostel.
It's literally incredible. The people we met were incredible. The food was great. The owner was awesome. We talked to him. He's super cool, and it's just beautiful, and it's just 100% worth it.
From all the hostels I've been to, which at this point it's quite a bit, honestly, one of my top 3 hostels I've been to.
Yeah, this is probably the best hostel I've been to. Yeah. So you gotta do it.
Recommend.
Bigelow Hostels.
Bigelow Hostel. Go. Good morning, guys. We're here at CINQUE TERRE. There are 5 fishing towns in Italy. We woke up super early this morning to come here. We are about to do the hike, the one and only hike you can do right now during the season. The other ones are closed right now. So we're doing trains today and then this one hike, and we'll take you along with us.
Okay guys, so we're on the trail. We got about 40 minutes straight up and then 40 minutes straight down. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Okay, so we just hiked from Cornelia to Vernanza. So that's where we are now.
Beautiful.
It's so cute. We already got some fresh whiffs of seafood, which we love, and we're so excited. The hike honestly wasn't that bad. I don't think it took us 40 minutes up, 40 minutes down. I think it took us less than an hour, so it's not bad. It is hot though, and it's the end of October and it's hot, so if you're here in
we're
the
like
summer,
ready to go swimming.
You might die a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go explore the town.
leaving, we may have missed the last village, like the first village, but like our last village, we missed it. That's okay. We'll explain kind of our day and everything a little bit later, but again, we're about to take off back to Florence. Okay, so we're gonna do a little debrief about Florence now. Florence, first off, beautiful city. Probably, honestly,
It's a really beautiful
it's a beautiful city. I'm like trying to think, it's a bold statement to say it was like the most beautiful, but like,
But it really is.
it really was, to be honest.
It's
like,
so beautiful.
yeah, definitely different. Every city that we went to was different, but and like Venice, of course, is just
The
super
countryside
different, but
too is like so
I know
gorgeous.
it's just like from looking into the countryside from the city or from the countryside into the city, wherever you were, it was just beautiful. The vibes were on. It was gorgeous.
Another shout out to Bigelow Hostel.
I know, we can't even say it enough. I know we've already talked about it in this video, but like, I can't. Still, out of like all of our travels that we've done after Florence, still number one, like by
for sure.
far.
I don't think it's gonna be beat.
I don't think it can be beat.
Me neither.
It was amazing. And then so just some tips on Florence. To be honest, there's not much like to do, but like there is and there isn't. It's not like you're like,
there's a lot to like walk around and see. It's like more like sightseeing of like the city, like when you're in the city.
Yeah, there's like tons to see and like walk, like you're just kind of walking around and enjoying the beauty of the city. So do that as much as you can when you're there. And then we put some clips in of like there's like these like sandwiches that we like
a famous
had to get
shop.
and those are really good.
Those
so
are super good.
That was fun to do. There's tons of shops there.
There's that bridge. We'll put in the name. It's like the bridge.
Yeah.
It's like the famous bridge that has all the shops on it. And
Yeah,
stuff.
it's beautiful. And again, it's fun to just like look around, even if you're not
like
buying anything.
Piazza de Michelangelo, and that's where we went. That had the really great view of the city. So we'll link that down too.
And then just getting around in Florence, there's no metro system, so you can just bus everywhere, which is super easy. And then honestly, you can walk a lot of places too.
We would like half walk, half bus, like depending on what we were doing. Because sometimes it'd be like, a 35-minute walk, so we'd walk there, but then we'd take the bus back. Yeah. But it was like really easy. The buses come like all the time.
Yeah, super easy. And then also like it just depends on where you're staying. Like some people obviously get, if you're doing like a Airbnb or something, there's like tons right in the city center, or even like hotels or hostels, whatever you're doing. So if you are right in the city center, honestly, most likely you're not even gonna have to really bus either.
Yeah, if you're right in the city, you don't have to bus around because you can just walk around. We were just like a little, well, we weren't out of the city, but we were like a little bit out of the center with everything.
So I mean, we love walking, so we just walk to kind of the city center, and then we'd be there at night, and then eventually we'd usually bus back. Yeah. Every night. And there's like, and the church.
The church is
I've
gorgeous.
actually like,
we didn't go inside, but
no, we didn't. You can buy tickets for that. You have to buy tickets.
And it's like you go in like the dome, so that's like a really good view of the city too.
Yeah, a lot of people like to do that.
It
was like 20 euros, I think.
Was it 20?
I think it was like 20. I'm like honestly 97% sure it was 20 euros. But it was like a lot, and like of course, like if you're just kind of going to Florence, or you're just kind of doing a couple week trip,
it's really,
or if you just really want to do that, then it's totally worth it. But just for us, we gotta kind of pick and choose sometimes, just because we're traveling for so long, like what to do.
It's wrong to charge to go into church.
So we didn't do it. However, the church is absolutely stunning, and that's like kind of in the main square as well. And there's tons of bars and restaurants around, really good ones, and that's just what you do. You just enjoy the city and try the food and the shops and the views, and easy to get around. And I don't know, there's not too much for tips. It's just a pretty easy city to guide yourself through, and
it's beautiful.
And it's absolutely beautiful. Everyone was nice, and again, like the hostel that we went to, because I'll mention 1,000 times, was the best, and we met the best people there. So it's like we met them like one time. What was it? We were just like walking in Florence, because we stayed at the Bigelow hostel like up more in the country, and then for 2 days we went down and stayed actually in the city. And then we were just walking around one day, And like people who were staying at the hostel, like more in like the countryside, we literally were just like, oh my god, hi.
Hey.
Like, and they were just there, and then we
hang
just
out
spent
with
like
them.
the whole like day night with them as well. And it was just like nice to see a friendly face and to hang out with in the city. And like just like such a good experience that we had
It was so
overall
awesome. Yeah, we loved it.
the whole time. And
Yeah.
I think that's
And then you want to talk about COVID?
about it. Oh yeah, we do actually we do want to mention a few things about just like how everything is with COVID right now, in Italy specifically. So to get in there, just to get into Italy, flying from France, we actually thought we had to get like a COVID test, a negative test, just the cheap one, the antigen or whatever. So we did it. However, they didn't even check anything. So
They didn't check it, but it says online that you have to get it,
you
so
have
they could
to.
check it. So I would just follow what it says on the government
Online,
website.
yeah,
'cause
always
you don't
follow
want
that.
to risk
Yeah.
not getting it and then like not being able to get let in.
Yeah.
Then you have to fill out the
passenger locator form, which
form.
basically for every country we've noticed, you just have to do that. It's super easy. It's like, it takes like honestly a little, like it takes a couple, like 5 minutes to be honest. But
just
it's
putting
like
in
really
your information
easy. It's
and
just,
like where you've been.
yeah, it's
basically,
like, it's nothing like you have to like put in, you don't have to be like, it's not like you have to put in your vaccination things or anything either, or you might have to put in like the last date you were.
You have to put in if you're fully vaccinated and when your last dose.
Yeah.
is, yeah.
But it's like, it's just easy question. You have to like upload anything.
And both of us are fully vaccinated, so we don't know a lot of the procedures for people that aren't vaccinated. What I've seen the most is if you're not vaccinated, you have to get a test for most places before you go. So if you're traveling and you're not vaccinated, you're probably gonna have to take a lot of COVID tests right now, and that's just how it is.
So for us right now, to be honest, like with you, it is a lot easier to be fully vaccinated just because you get a QR code, a European QR code. You apply for that.
We applied for that before we came to
weeks in
France.
advance.
And then it works for any country in the European Union. So we'll link that down below too. You basically have to get that because some places check more than others, but some places you need it to go to dinners or you need it to get into things. Like we needed it to get into the Coliseum and like all this stuff. So
And I've heard like when you apply
for
it's super easy. And when you apply for it online, honestly, you can do it short notice. It actually does say on there they try and get back to you within like a couple days. But we both like, and they got back to her within like a week or something. They didn't get back to me. Like I swear they like lost my file. So I didn't get mine for like, I was so worried because I was like, they just hadn't responded to me. And then eventually I was like, hey, like I need this thing.
You like need it.
You do, like even when you were in Paris, like they checked it for all like the Arc de Triomphe, Louvre, like all those things. It's like just to get in, they needed to scan the code. So I was like getting so worried. And then I was like messaging them and they're like, we're so sorry, like we'll deal with it. And then they sent me it.
And again, if you're not fully vaccinated, you can't get one of those. Like those are the codes to say that you're fully vaccinated. So if you are not fully vaccinated, to do all those things, you also need a negative COVID test between whatever their time period is.
Yeah.
So if you're not vaccinated and you're traveling, honestly, you're gonna have to take like a shit ton of COVID tests.
So like, I mean, it is possible. You don't need to be fully vaccinated. You can show, like in France, you can take a like COVID test, and if it's negative, then you get that QR code, but it's only valid for 72 hours after you get the negative.
Yeah, so you have to basically take the test every 72
all the time
hours.
to like be able to do a lot of stuff, even like.
And it's like you have to pay every time you take a test.
Yeah.
Even if it's just the antigen one, it's still like $30 or $40 or something.
Yeah. And then specifically like going back to Italy, I didn't know, like it was pretty chill with COVID, to be honest. Like you wear your mask when you're like inside and stuff, but honestly, even on the trains and stuff, we found a lot of the locals weren't really wearing masks too much in Italy. I found, and I don't think we had to pull it out too much. In Italy,
like
some restaurants you need it though
checked,
too.
Some didn't. I don't know what the rules are or whatever, but
it's just like have it if you are fully vaccinated, and if you aren't, there are ways around it. It's just you're gonna have to really think about, is that worth it to take these tests all the time, and how much money you want to spend, because it costs money to take the tests. So it's just things to think about. But that's just a little debrief on COVID, because there's not too much information out there.
And just always check the government websites before you go places.
Yeah, it's all on
everything
there. That's how
it says
we
where you're coming from, whatever. So it will say, yeah, like if you need just proof of vaccination or if you need vaccination and a COVID test or whatever and all that stuff like to get in. So.
Yeah.
And the green pass is the European QR code. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. And then just like traveling in Italy with COVID, it was like you gotta have, like, we had our QR code, so it's like that's just something that you have to present, and like you wear the masks sometimes as well. Like, it's not like a bothersome, like it's not something that you're like, oh,
it's like we've been living with COVID for so long now that it's like wearing the mask inside and showing your code sometimes is like normal.
It's like whatever. Like there has been nothing that we were like, oh, we can't do this because of COVID.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
So it's been actually like, it's been really nice. And I think too, like, one because of COVID and one because we were traveling in kind of off season, like low season / like kind of off season now. It's been like really nice with crowds and stuff too. So kind of a plus there, I guess.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So that's COVID stuff and Florence tips. And I think that's about it. If you have any questions,
No more need to talk
leave it in
about
the
COVID.
comments. Yeah, no more talk, but government websites too. That's always your go.
Get the EU
Get the thing.
QR code.
Get the QR code.
We'll link that below, so it'll be easy.
Okay.
Sweet.
I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed our video.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. We love you. Mwah.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.